Hi, I'm John Robertson, Member of Parliament for Glasgow North West. Thank you for looking at my video. There's been a lot happening in the sense of with the Queen's speech, but in general terms it has been quiet. Most of the work's really on the referendum back in Scotland. For those of you who look at my website, you'll find that I've put 99 reasons. That was from the 99th day before the 18th of September. For reasons for voting no. So hopefully those that are watching it will go in and have a look at the reasons why I think that we should remain part of the Union. It's been interesting as far as young people are concerned. It's been disappointing the amount of work that they get involved in, but hopefully as we get closer to the 18th of September they'll get more engaged into the process, as the 16, 17 year olds will be voting for the first time, and if somebody's always been in favour of them getting the vote, it would be good to see them do a good turnout. And I know things are split roughly 2 to 1 from the schools I've visited, so we'll see how it is. I just want to also mention one thing that's been particularly nasty in relation to this referendum, and I've had a lot of nasty phone calls and emails and tweets and various other things, but I'm a politician, I accept that, it's part of the job, you just have to go on with it. But J.K. Rowling and what was said to her, just because she happens to be a supporter of the No campaign and gave some money, and also to the lady with the disabled child, was a piece of nonsense. All these things don't enhance the process of politics in a good way, and for those that seem to have this nasty streak in them, don't do it. It doesn't do your cause any good, and in fact it helps my cause, but it's not nice, so just don't do it. Another thing I want to mention is energy, and as usual the energy companies and the costs and everything else seem to go up quickly, but when the price of oil and gas and electricity go down, the prices don't go down, and this government seemed particularly alien to the fact that that's been happening. In the last year things have gone down by quite a bit, and it should have been passed on to the customers. The Ofgem, who are always slow, are looking at an inquiry along with the government, but that's an excuse to do nothing. It's really something that we need to look at. The one thing I have raised, and I raised it in questions today with Ed Davey, and it was something he didn't know about, which surprised me. It came from an article from a newspaper, and that was about companies who are trying to sell electricity and gas, British Gas in this case, and they're using selling methods that probably aren't exactly what you would call correct, but they're targeting charities, old people, churches, people who are vulnerable, because they're an easy target, so they can get their points and then they get nice wee trips to Morocco or places like that. It's not right, and he said that he'll go and have a word with the Chief Executive of British Gas to find out what's happening. But they're not the only ones that are doing it. There's plenty of other people doing it as well, and not just in energy. It has to be stopped. You cannot give people rewards like that just because they have screwed people who can't afford it. So these are the two things I wanted to talk about today. Thanks very much for listening. I'll be in touch more and more probably about the referendum in the months ahead, and I look forward to meeting some of you out there in the streets when I'm knocking doors and talking to people. Thanks very much.